So when I took biodesign, the need we were focusing on was to reduce the likelihood of urinary tract infection in sexually active adults. So of course, urinary tract infections are much more prevalent in sexually active women than in men. But in both cases, the hope to reduce the pain and suffering that occurs from multiple doctor's appointments and uncomfortable, restless nights of sleep when you get a urinary tract infection. After brainstorming to figure out what is the best solution to reduce urinary tract infection and reduce the pain on the medical system and on the individual who has the urinary tract infection, we settled not on trying to solve a urinary tract infection after contraction, but to prevent it up front. And the best way we found to do that would be either through an oral solution, a pill that would promote the healthy bacteria in the urinary tract, or through a topical solution to do the same thing. And it was between those two concepts that we began debating over which would be the best foot to put forward for our final project. When deciding between the concepts that you've put forth that you feel fulfill the need basis that you're working to solve, you want to do a cost-benefit analysis of each of those ideas so that you can directly compare the most important components that include intellectual property. For us, an oral supplement or probiotic to reduce urinary tract infection had far greater intellectual property concerns than a topical solution. There's regulatory hurdles, and for us, the oral solution might actually be easier. Although there is more regulatory hurdles, they're lower because there is known science in that field that we could refer to with an oral supplement than with a topical one. However, that gets into the technical concerns that we had with taking the topical route. Because there's not as much science and knowledge in the sphere of a topical solution to reduce the likelihood of urinary tract infection, we have much greater technical risk in that we're going to have to do a lot of that research ourselves. That will be pioneering information about the way the vaginal microbiome responds to probiotics in a topical form, which makes the de-risking of the technical side of things much higher. Even if for a topical solution you don't have to worry about arguing with insurance companies over how much you're going to get paid or reimbursed for your product, because it is a cheaper solution, and we had decided that it would make sense in the context of a topical cream or lubricant to go direct to consumer. And all of those things need to be balanced out on what is a simple pros and cons table you could make for each of your ideas. At the end of the day, the reason that we decided to pursue the topical preventative measure for urinary tract infection was because the existing oral supplements to reduce urinary tract infection have very low success rates, if any. They're poorly studied, and when they are studied, they don't seem to be very effective. Our whole group was unanimous on the decision that despite the technical difficulties that we were going to experience in developing a topical solution, the likelihood of success was going to be higher. And at the end of the day, you want the product that you put all this effort into building to actually work to solve the need space that you've entered into. And for that reason, it was unanimous amongst the four of us.